Hey guys, Sean Lentz here from Appalachian DIY, and today we're going to be digging away this hillside for our garage. We already have it staked out where roughly the building is going to be. So what we're going to do is measure 2 to maybe 3 feet back on either side. That gives us enough room to work with block, our footer, and our French drain. And we're just going to dig this hillside away. Before we even started our dig, what we had to do is clear cut brush out of the way where we wanted our dig site to be. We had the edge of our yard where this really thick, viney, brushy stuff was. We ended up clearing all of this out. And we also got some of our dead trees out of here. There was probably about 6 to 8 inch trees back here, and they were most of them were pretty dead. So we ended up just cutting those down right away and getting them out of the way. We also cut down 2 live ones that had the potential of coming down and hitting the garage once it was erected, so we ended up just getting those out of the way as well. Once we had all that done, we started our digging, and we put all of our dirt either behind us or to the side of us. And what this did is gave us a nice even pad for our machine to sit on, so we could maneuver the machine around. We weren't on the slope of the hill. And it also gave us the ability to, once our garage is up, to be able to drive vehicles up here and be able to turn around up on top of the pad. So that was really important to get that done and just have a place for us to maneuver machinery around. So to keep everything nice and level, what we did is we shot everything with a rotary laser. This was definitely beneficial because with digging into the slope, it was really hard to kind of judge it by your eye whether you were digging too far down or coming up with the slope. Another thing that I really liked with the excavator was the dozer blade on this. This made smoothing everything out really nice and easy. I really liked that. And it made for grading, once we had everything all dug out, really easy. We just kind of went over it with that blade and got it really nice and roughed in. Another thing that we had to do is once we had our pad leveled out behind us, we needed a place to go with all of our excess dirt. So we needed to build a road down to our existing garage. And the way we did that, we just kind of pushed the dirt over here. You can see it here in this picture. What we did is we just kind of pushed dirt down and then just made it nice and level. That way we could carry heavier and fuller buckets of dirt in the Kubota, and we wouldn't have any type of tipping, so that really made it nice to maneuver dirt down there. So once we had that road in, we basically dug from one side and then just piled everything up here in the middle, and my dad was on the Kubota and then just took it down to the garage. Our plans are in the future, we're going to end up putting a pole barn up, hopefully. So we definitely needed to widen out anyway, so we just put our excess dirt down there. But the Kubota really couldn't keep up, so we just ended up flip-flopping back and forth. I would dig on one side and then skip to the other to dig in there. What we did with some more excess dirt is we put it off to the opposite side of where our garage was. Now these piles over here are just for backfilling of our garage, because I didn't want to have to go down and dig it out from down where we put it near the garage. This is nice and convenient. It's up on a pile and it's a lot closer to the dig site, so when we go to backfill, it'll be a lot easier to do that. Alright guys, we are about 4 hours into this job. What we've been doing since we got our pad leveled out now is we've been digging from one end, dumping in the middle, coming to the other side and digging from this end. That way, if we have to run out of hours on the machine, we still have a loose pile of dirt we can easily get with the Kubota. My dad's on it right now, and it's super hard to keep up with us digging like this. So what we're going to do is just keep digging, trying to get back to our back wall. We have about 3 hours left. We already used 1 hour on the machine for a road project. So we got about 3 hours left. We're going to try and get and dig back to that back wall. Like I said, if we have this big pile in the middle, I'm okay with that, because it's such a far run to run with the Kubota. It's just hard to keep up. So we're going to keep at it. So probably one of the biggest issues we had with this entire thing is just being able to keep up with the excavator. Here you can see Dad is just trying to get all of the dirt that the excavator has already dug out. We had just have it sitting off to the side here. And we just were not able to keep up with getting that dirt out of there. So one of those reasons was the bucket on the Kubota is a little small and it didn't have any teeth. So getting a nice full bucket was really extremely difficult. What I would do next time is probably rent a skid steer. The bucket's going to be twice the capacity and just make moving that dirt a whole lot easier. The second thing I would probably change is the size of excavator that we got. We were running a Bobcat E26, which did really well, but we really had to push the machine. We only had it for one day for 8 hours, so being able to dig this entire thing out was pretty difficult. Once we started getting back into that back wall, where we were digging around 12 to 15 feet, it was extremely difficult. So having something like an E35 or maybe even an E42 would have been a lot better for us, because we really did move a whole bunch of material out of here. And once we got into the back here, we definitely got into a lot harder soil, and we got some really big rocks that were extremely difficult to dig out even with the excavator. So having a little bit better and faster machines definitely would have made this a little bit easier, but we did make do with what we had, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Alright guys, we finished up our excavation. We have a level pad behind us. What we did is we went and took our Kubota with a box blade. We smoothed everything out so we have a nice even pad. We're about within an inch height difference across the entire pad. And we just took the bucket of our Kubota, cleaned up our corners and our edges, and got everything nice and neat. The next thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be digging for our footer and doing our layout of our building, and that'll be in our next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and head over to Appalachian DIY for more videos. Thanks again guys, and I hope to see you next time.